So, Dying Light 2 has had its problems ever since it launched back in February 2022, and now over 18 months later, we finally get a highly requested feature. But not only that, this update has at the same time frustrated a lot of players to the point where the reviews on Steam in the last 30 days are only 61% positive. So jumping into these patch notes, they'll be linked in the description if you want to read them all, because I'm not going to go through bug fixes and stuff. I mainly want to talk about the biggest features, the biggest changes that have come with the summertime update, which is 1.12. So they're having a Payday 2 crossover event. And it says, it's time for the ultimate heist. Payday breaks into the city. Beware, as the streets and dark hollows are infested with infected robbers aiming to snatch your life away. If you manage to take them down, you can loot special red diamonds that allow you to complete event goals. The event will be live until September 21st. And I mean, a zombie game mixing with a bank heist game, it doesn't, in my opinion, make any sense. But I mean, it's a crossover event, is something to do in the game. But then something that's really, really good is the Mod.io in-game console integration. So the long-awaited feature developed in collaboration with Mod.io has finally arrived. With the summertime update, you can now play the community maps on consoles and even Steam Deck. You can delve into the creative imaginations of the community members and explore the worlds that they've crafted in Dying Light 2. Just like with the PC integration, accessing the community maps is straightforward from the in-game menu. Not every single community map is going to be fully compatible with the console experience at launch, but they've said not to worry, they're going to do their best to optimize the system and provide players with more maps to play with in the future. Then they've got new knife animations. In the summertime update, they're introducing a new animation for knives. They have plans to incorporate more weapons of this type into the game in one of the upcoming updates, to keep an eye out. And then the highlights of the update is the brutality level. They said, we understand that with the gut feeling update, we've increased the level of gore, which could impact the streaming experience. Now you have the option to select between full, limited, and minimum brutality settings in the preferences. It's important to be aware that the Switch is not accessible in Germany and Japan due to restrictions on gore. Then they have alterations. They're introducing a new type of occasional game modifier called alterations. Their aim is to reintroduce short-time activities for players to infuse the world of Dying Light with vibrancy and fun. Of course, if they don't suit your preferences, you can deactivate them in the settings by switching off the community event participation. And then the highly requested feature. This is really, really late coming into the game. I would say it should be on the front of developers' minds when they're creating games that have stories to them, especially when a game is going to encourage players to start multiple different characters and have loads of different game saves. So yeah, they've made changes to the prologue of the game. Great news for players who are eager to dive right into the action. This update brings the option to skip the prologue and start the game directly with the Getting Stronger quest. This also allows access to the co-op mode even faster. And they've said, don't worry, if you skip the prologue, you'll still receive tutorial pop-ups just in case you want to refresh your survival skills. Then there are a bunch of different bug fixes for co-op. There's some for gameplay, technical, and UI. And then we have the thing that's going to piss off a lot of players. It's annoyed me, to say the least, because if you're charging full price for a game, you've got to stop slapping all these skin bundles and stuff into your store. But it comes as no surprise. A lot of people have pointed this out in the Steam reviews. Techland has announced a partnership. This was back in July, by the way, of 2023. They've announced a partnership with Tencent that will see the massive Chinese holdings company become the studio's majority shareholder. So Techland sold out to Tencent, and now there is the introduction of Dying Light points. They said this update also introduces DL or Dying Light points. Acquiring skin bundles is now faster and more convenient for them to take money off you even quicker. You can grab your favourite skins on the go without leaving the game. Experience it firsthand. Everyone's going to receive 500 Dying Light points upon launch. All you've got to do to obtain them is visit the in-game store and explore the offerings. Perhaps you'll find something that suits your taste. Remember, the free 500 DL points needs to be redeemed by October 7th. And then they've got a full-on FAQ about the points. You've got, what are the points, how do I buy them? They're sold in packs of 500, 1100, 2300, 3600 and 6500 points, which I'm guessing is probably going to be around 50 quid. And then it says, do I need DL points only if you plan on getting some skin bundles and stuff? Why are you introducing them? It's a straightforward way for you to buy bundles without the need to leave the game. DL points also make their lives easier because they won't have to set up the bundles on multiple outside sources or stores. And to make it more attractive for the player, they're offering a more beneficial pricing for the majority of the bundles when bought with DL points. And they've even added into the FAQ, I don't care about skin bundles, when's the next update and what's up with DLC 2. They've said their commitment to the community remains the same, and it's to deliver the best story expansion possible, but that takes time. So the second DLC is nowhere near ready yet. So I've just checked out the store. 500 DL points is going to cost you £4.20. This is at least on Xbox. And 6,500, so you're buying 5,000, you're getting 1,500 as a bonus. It's going to cost you just under £42. But I've just had a look, and at the moment at least, Dying Light 2 Stay Human is currently half price. It's £30 to purchase the game, the standard edition of it, on the Xbox store. So their biggest bundle of currency in game to buy skins is more expensive than buying the game itself. And as usual, when it comes to adding currency and stuff into a game, companies always do this thing where, the lowest purchase you can buy is £4.20, 500 points, but the best things you can buy in the store are a little over that, so you have to make a bigger purchase. And they've done that exact thing. You can get a couple of shitty little bundles for like 300 DL points. I think there's one for 450 at the moment. But then if you want the Raheem bundle, it's 550, so you have to buy another bundle. A lot of them, a couple of them are 700. There's one for 750. You can get a chicken bundle if you want, which will only be your welcome offer of 500 points. The Rise bundle's 300, but then Payday 2, they're doing a crossover event currently. If you want to buy the bundle to get you the skins and stuff, you get a Payday gang outfit, you get a money bundle, weapon, and blueprint. You get the Payday paraglider and the change, which is a weapon charm. It's going to cost you 550. So in order to buy 550 points, you actually need to purchase 1,100. So that's £8.40. But then I suppose you can get 2 bundles. So you can't do the cheapest one. I mean, unless you want to get like some of the worst bundles they offer in the game. So yeah, overall, for Summertime Update 1.12, I'm going to say it's a really, really good update. They've got community maps in for console. They've fixed a load of bugs. They've also added prologue skip. But then they had to go and ruin it by adding in this stupid store with the Dying Light points. It's a premium AAA title. Companies need to stop doing this. I'm not going to pay between, say, £60 and £100 for a video game to then not earn my skins and stuff through gameplay progression. I think if you're selling a game for like 70 quid or whatever for its standard edition, you need to add better stuff into gameplay progression. You can't just add in like mediocre stuff or really bad looking stuff and then go, oh, shiny gold, shiny silver, platinum, diamond, whatever. You're going to get all this shiny stuff if you give us extra money. They haven't released DLC 2. DLC 1 took the piss out of players because they added in the same mode that players moaned about within the first game. So yeah, overall it's really, really good, but there's a couple of things that let it down, and it's mainly that they're just trying to gain extra revenue from players. But that was a look at the patch notes for the Summertime Update, which is 1.12 in Dying Light 2. And on that note, we are going to leave the video there. If you enjoyed it, leaving a like is appreciated. If you wish to support me further as a creator, there are links in the description. Let me know your thoughts about the video in the comments. And if you want to watch more, you can click the video on screen. All support on the channel is greatly appreciated, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.